When I was in relationships in the past, I always found myself attracted to a particular kind of guy. So I really liked a guy who was very funny, who was very witty, who generally was close to the life of the party. He didn't have to be the number one part of the party, but he had a lot of, oomph, like a lot of juice. And I liked him to be very quick. And I thought that this was going to be the perfect match for me because I really like that kind of thing. Except that I had several relationships where that didn't work out. So I thought, okay, I'm doing something wrong. So I said, I know, I will date the opposite of that kind of type of person. So I found somebody who was very sweet and had a very big heart and was a lot softer. He didn't have to be the life of the party. And I thought, okay, now I'm really going to nail this relationship because I'm going with the opposite pattern. So this should work out. Except that it didn't work out either. And other problems came up with this relationship. And when that ended, I thought, okay, really? I don't know how to make anything work. Because I tried one major kind of thing, I tried another major kind of thing, and it's not working out. This was my logic at the time. So when I started working with the aura, I didn't come in with this idea of, I'm going to work on relationship. I just somehow started working with the aura and seeing the way my life changed in other areas. And soon Aurel and my aura brought the idea of a new kind of relationship to have. And I thought, okay, so who's this mystery man that my aura is suggesting? And my aura suggested someone who I was, first of all, not at all attracted to. Secondly, wasn't sure if he had a real sense of humor, wasn't sure if it fit with my sense of humor. Number 3, didn't dress the way I really wanted him to dress. And trust me, I'm no fashion plate, but I had some standards, and I felt that this person didn't meet my standards. And there were several other things that I felt were not going to work. For example, I had this idea in my head that I know how a man should take care of me. And one way is that if I have a bad day at work, maybe he needs to say everything's going to be okay and make me feel better and support me in a particular way. And instead, this person who was a friend of mine, and we happened to be living together, when I came home from work and I had a bad day, he started giving me advice on how to make it better and what I could do with my client that I was having a tough time with. And I really felt like, you're not listening, this is not the way to support me, so forget it. You're no good for me. You're not a good partner. So there were some resistances that I had. But I saw from my aura, and I saw from Aurel that really, don't sweep this guy under the carpet yet. Try something. See. And I thought, okay. If my aura is giving me this suggestion, and Aurel is verifying and giving me this suggestion, then I need to maybe try it. I need to make a jump. So one day, under very peculiar circumstances, we started to kiss. And I thought, oh no, this means now for sure I have to date him. This is not good. But I said, no, Gloria, you're making this jump. Let's try. So we tried. And the first couple of weeks, I wasn't sure how it was going to be. And I saw all of a sudden that when I felt uncomfortable with something, I could actually tell him about it. And we'd come to a way to make it good and workable for him and for me. And this is something I had with none of my other ex-boyfriends. If there was a problem, we would develop a pattern about it. We would fight, I'm angry at you, I'm sorry, okay. But it would happen again, and it would happen again. So nothing really changed, nothing really moved. But I saw with this relationship, all of a sudden when I said how I felt, and he said how he felt, the way we learned to work together through our aura, all of a sudden things did change and things got better. And so the things that I wanted more support with, I got. But the advice I saw that he was giving me was also really valuable. So we found a kind of middle ground there. It didn't take almost very much time at all for me to be very attracted to him. And I never knew if that would actually work. People say that. They say, oh, I wasn't attracted at the beginning, but then I was. I'm like, sure you were. But really, this happened for me. Like I felt like I couldn't wait to see him and I couldn't wait to be around him. And his sense of humor and mine, we totally make jokes together now. We laugh our butts off. We dance together. All these things that I really wasn't sure at the beginning was going to happen at all happened. And I didn't expect it, but it's almost like a wish came true that I didn't know I had. All the things that I didn't realize that I wanted have come in this person. And whenever we argue, we find a way to move through it. And I feel very cherished and I feel very supported and loved. And I can tell you that this isn't anything that I felt really deeply in my previous relationships. Like maybe I felt loved, but I felt there was something not really there, so I didn't feel very comfortable. But I feel this with this relationship, and I feel I can express myself. So I think for me, if I didn't have the aura, I would have completely missed like this diamond in the rough that was there for me. So I'm very, very happy that I did.